This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. A federal judge has dismissed the government's indictment of former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Susan Ferricchio reports Judge Cameron Curry ruled President Trump's appointment of Lindsay Halligan as interim U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was invalid, and she had no lawful authority to indict Comey or James. Curry dismissed both indictments without prejudice, which allows the government to refile the charges. However, some experts say the 5-year statute of limitations may have expired for Comey's alleged offenses. The thorny question of whether Ukraine will cede any territory to Russia under the terms of a U.S.-backed peace deal remain unanswered. Then Wolfgang reports Ukrainian negotiators have returned home after intense discussions with top Trump administration officials in Switzerland. All sides hailed the significant progress in the push to end the Ukraine-Russia war, which is nearing its 4th year. Russian officials have expressed openness to some of the core ideas in the U.S. plan. Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll has been traveling in Eastern Europe to support the negotiations. John Seward reports he's the highest-ranked Trump administration official to visit the conflict zone, spurring a narrative that a potential deal may be closer than expected. The 38-year-old Driscoll is the youngest secretary in Army history and has taken an increasingly visible role in U.S.-Ukraine peace negotiations. The Pentagon is threatening to recall former Navy pilot and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly to active duty, where he could face court-martial proceedings over misconduct claims under review. Mike Glenn reports the Democrat made a video with 5 other Democratic lawmakers urging U.S. troops to ignore any illegal orders from President Trump. The Pentagon didn't specify what misconduct Kelly is accused of committing, but referred to a section in the U.S. Code which makes it a crime to engage in activities affecting the U.S. Armed Forces that promote insubordination or disloyalty. Kelly, who also served as an astronaut before entering politics, said the video only advised service members and intelligence personnel not to follow illegal orders. And finally, China's drive against Japan over official comments about defending Taiwan has reached an unusually high level. Bill Gertz reports Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said Sunday Japan crossed a red line in suggesting military intervention against a Chinese attack on Taiwan. The issue of Taiwan was raised during a phone call Monday between President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping. State media said the discussion of Taiwan in the call was related to certain countries, meaning Japan, provoking China on sovereignty issues. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.